Jack had just finished his studies. He had been looking for a job for several months. One day, he received a call for an interview from a large company. The interview was in a city about 150 kilometers away from his home. Jack was delighted. He caught a bus the very next morning and reached the city. The interview went quite well. By evening, he realized it would be difficult to return to his village, so he booked a room in an old hotel. The hotel was named Sunrise Hotel. It looked fine from the outside, but the atmosphere inside was a bit strange. The elderly manager sitting at the reception handed him the key to room 307. While giving him the key, the manager fell silent for a few moments and then said softly, "If you hear any sound during the night, do not open the door." Jack laughed. He thought the old man was joking. Room 307 was on the 3rd floor. The room was clean but looked very old. There was dampness on the walls, and a deserted street was visible outside the window. After using his mobile for a while, Jack fell asleep. Around midnight, he woke up to a strange sound. Tap, 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 as if someone were gently knocking on the door. Jack checked his watch. He wondered who it could be at such a late hour. He went to the door and asked, "Who is it?" There was no answer from outside. Jack opened the door. The long corridor outside was completely empty. There was no one there, and not a single sound could be heard. Only the dim yellow lights in the hallway flickered eerily. Jack shrugged his shoulders and closed the door. But as soon as he lay down on the bed, the same sound came again. Tap, tap, tap. This time, the sound was clearer than before. Jack felt a bit angry. He immediately went outside. At the far end of the corridor, Jack saw a girl wrapped in a white cloth. She was moving slowly through the darkness. "Hello," Jack shouted. The girl suddenly stopped. Then, without turning around, she started walking toward the stairs. Jack thought maybe a guest was playing a prank. He followed her. The girl walked down the stairs, reached the 2nd floor, and stopped in front of a closed room. Written on the room was, "Room 306. Suddenly, the girl vanished. Jack's throat went dry. He looked around, but there was no one there. Frightened, he returned to his room and somehow fell asleep. In the morning, he told the manager about what had happened during the night. The manager turned pale. The manager looked at Jack with fear in his eyes and asked in a trembling voice, "Did you see him?" Jack quietly replied, "Yes." The manager then told Jack that 3 years ago, a girl named Emily had committed suicide in room 306. It was said that after her death, many people had seen her wandering through the corridor at night. Jack dismissed the story as a superstition and ignored it. That night, he stayed in the same room again because his company's results were due to be announced the next day. But the second night was even more terrifying. He woke up at 2 a.m. The room's door was slowly opening on its own. Jack's heart began to pound heavily. The same girl was standing outside the door. This time, her face was clearly visible. Her eyes were completely black, and her face was deathly pale. The girl turned around and pointed toward the corridor with her finger. Then she began walking slowly. For some reason, Jack followed her. The girl led him to room 306. The door slowly creaked open on its own. In one corner of the room lay an old diary. As soon as Jack picked up the diary, the girl vanished. With trembling hands, he opened the diary and began to read. The diary revealed a terrifying truth. Emily had not committed suicide. The hotel owner had murdered her and made it look like a suicide. Before her death, Emily had written everything down in the diary, hoping that one day someone would uncover the truth. The next morning, Jack handed the diary over to the police. The police reopened the old case. The investigation revealed the truth. The hotel owner turned out to be the killer. He was arrested. After that night, no strange incident ever occurred at the hotel. A few weeks later, Jack got a job at the company. But even today, whenever someone asks Jack about the most terrifying moment of his life, he remembers that night in room 307. The night he saw a girl for the first time, a girl who had died 3 years earlier. If you enjoy real horror stories like this, make sure to subscribe to my channel. This is my new channel, and your support means a lot. If you have ever experienced a scary or paranormal incident, you can send your story to me through email. Thanks for watching.